What's up, guys? How are we all doing? How was last week? How was trading? Guys, do you know one thing that surprised me? One thing that surprised me is that so many of you guys out there are not taking advantage of what I'm doing on this platform. You guys are not taking advantage of what I'm doing on this platform, what I'm doing on this channel. You guys are not taking advantage of them. That is why I'm not so excited with you people today. But how was trading? How was the week? How was everything? For me, I will tell you for a fact that last week was one of the amazing kind of trading week I ever had. My targets were all hit. It was an exciting week, guys. I've never seen the kind of volatility that has happened last week. In the past, how many months ago? I've never seen such a volatile movement, guys. Last week was crazy. And go back to watch my last week review. I said that last week would be the most volatile week that we've ever seen. And what? Guess what? It happens exactly how I predicted, guys. All our predictions went exactly how we predicted them. Okay, so are we not to celebrate? Aren't we supposed to celebrate a thing like this? All right. So guys, before I go into this video today, I'll make the video a little bit longer because I have a lot to say. I have a lot to tell us. I have a lot to to share with you people today. And some of the things I want to really share is the stages that we might be in trading at the moment. Okay, I don't know what stage you are. I don't know how good you've become in trading. I don't know how competent you've become. But what I want to tell you, and what I want all of my listeners out there to hear, is never give up on trading. Guys, let me be honest with you. The past 2 weeks has not really been good. Okay, not that I've blown my account or I've lost so much money, but market has not been moving. It can be frustrating, right? It can be, you can feel like, come on, this shit is not gonna work. It's a scam, it's this, it's that. But the more you stay longer, the more things become more clearer to you. And one thing that I'm really excited about is the fact that a channel like this is here. A channel like this that carries every single person along is here. What are you waiting for? Why not join us for free? I'm not charging anybody. My Telegram community is open. Go ahead and take a look at the trades that I posted on those. What are you waiting for? Go ahead and join this community. We are not many, but just go ahead and join. We give attention to every single person. Okay, look, let me show you. Look, we've been winning. Okay, this was GBP USD. We hit our TP last week. I sent out this signal here. This was USD CAD. I sent out the signal and we did the analysis a week before together, and we hit those targets last week too. I think on Thursday I took my time, Wednesday rather, I took my time to did another video analysis and post here, and it was as predicted. So guys, this is not something that we are charging anybody for. Okay, it's just for you to come and be part of it. Just come and join and stay tuned, stay alert. Okay, I've said this countless times in this channel that trading is really easy, but it can be more complicated sometimes when we are, when we do not really have a supporting hands. That what I mean by that is, a community that supports you as a trader. Okay, not so much in terms of giving but so much in terms of market updates. Guys, the information I shared on this channel last week was so classified, was so premium, that some people will hide it from everybody. Okay, check around. Who would say that this week GBP USD is going to buy, and it happens like that? I'm not being proud or something, but over the past 1 month, our predictions has always been top notch. It was only last week that we have 1:3. That was like, we predicted 3 pay and we got only one, and one pay was in our direction and the other 2 was not. But this week, the prediction that we had on GBP USD is exactly how it was. I'll go into that in detail, but this, I'm just showing us, this was one of our winning trade last week. Let's see on USD CAD as well. We had a trade there too, and the thing was that, it was massive. Come on, it was huge. All right, we won USD CAD and USD GBP JPY. So guys, is that not exciting? Is that not something that we should these are opportunities that we don't need to neglect. We need to grab them. Okay, we need to grab these opportunities now that we have the time. I'm never going to start saying, oh, pay for this, pay for that, or pay to gain access to all of this classified information that I'm sharing. If I do not like people, if I don't want to see other people also succeed in their trading career, because I started from nowhere. I'm not saying that I'm doing so much in trading, but at least I've gained clarity more than some other people, right? And so I want to share what I've learned. I want to share with everybody the things that is actually working for me. So it's not about showing off. It's not about showing off on I don't know if you get my point. So guys, let's stay tuned, let's join this channel, let's be part of it, let's participate. And I wouldn't mind if you come onto my DM. Always on my videos, on the description of the videos, you would always find my WhatsApp link. You can hit me up, on a direct message. Send a direct message to me. I will take time to respond to you and attend to whatsoever concern you have in this industry. Okay, so why am I saying all of this? I'm saying all of this because after last week that I sat down to see how much we've been able to achieve last week. But from my statistics, I came to realize that not so many people that participated in that success. It pains me as a person. Why? Because I'm freely opening, I'm bringing an opportunity to everybody. Come and participate. Okay, I know you guys have blown your accounts from so many trading signal channels like that, random ones that you've been joining before. You've lost money, you've blown your account. But guys, let me tell you this. If I should go back and show you, I'm not gonna say that we don't have losses in our channel. We do have losses, but guys, it's more than winning and losing. If you don't lose, you will not learn some of the lessons you are supposed to learn as a trader. There are things you need to learn as a trader. You need to you need to really know how this thing works by experience, not by theoretical aspects of this alone. So I always tell people that if you want to learn trading, don't be afraid to start small. you start small, expose $20 to the market and see how you would respond to it. So enough of all of this, and we'll go straight to today, to this week. Of the things that we are hoping and expecting to have, or some of the key events that will be coming up this week. If it's still going to be as volatile as last week, we don't know, but we'll take a look at that and we'll go ahead and review our last week trades. So if you are new to our channel, go ahead and subscribe, turn on your notification bell so that you get notified when we drop new content like this. As this was USD JPY last week, our prediction was for price to break and retest something. This was what we were hoping for price to do, something like this, okay? Because price already broke, we were hoping that price will come back, retest, and continue to the upside. So I remember saying 50-50 on USD JPY. I didn't give a final direction on USD JPY. I said, and I quote, price might likely break above, retest, and continue to the upside, or it might breaks the support zone, which was here, right here, and then if it breaks, then it will come back to retest. Because I don't want us to get into a trade that we don't have clarity on. I don't love doing that, and I don't do it at all. So if we are to take a trade, I must make sure that that price is giving us a clear direction, that the possibility of the market continuing on that particular direction is up to 80 or 60-70%. Okay, so but while we were waiting, the event came up, and boom, this big boy that we are seeing right here happened all the way down. So me, I was like, anyway, so that was all for USD JPY. So that was all for USD JPY, pardon me. And so USD JPY actually become a sell trade, but for me, all of my intention was price to continue to the upside. Now let's take a look at GBP JPY really quick. So USD JPY, GBP JPY rather, was quite interesting, because I never see price changing direction from here at all. Alright, our prediction was for price to maybe did something like, because price has retested here once, twice, thrice. I thought that price is going to retest and still expect it and continue to the upside. So I remember while I was still trying to speculate on this one, I was right here, and this candlestick here that we are seeing, this particular one here, was the candlestick I wanted to enter this trade on, to the upside, not on this particular zone, not on this zone right here, not on this zone, but rather on this particular one. Because while I was trading, I thought that price has broken this structure, this particular structure here, this structure here. I thought price has broken it, that price would do what? Continue to the upside, And so when price was pulling down with these two rejection candlestick, I thought to myself, the possibility of price to pull back is very small. So I wanted to enter this trade. This big momentum candle was before pushing up, before it started pushing down, when the event came up. So thank God I didn't enter early enough. So I was still waiting. I was still on the waiting when the news came and price just blast down. So that was crazy. That was definitely very crazy. So I was just watching this continue. I couldn't jump in the middle of it. So I will also say that last week I missed a whole lot of opportunity because of not being in alignment with what the events that came up was actually doing in the market. So that was all for GBP JPY. So we go down to GBP USD. So guys, on this one we can already see when I did the analysis on this one, I was saying that it's a 90% chance for us to win this particular one, because I know clearly that because of this particular zone, which I know price was going to really respect, which I know that price would always come to, to refill itself on this area before it continued to the upside. That was why I said earlier before that this was solid. Now it was a win-win for for those that took this particular one. It was a win. It was great. It went as planned. So GBP USD was a winning trade for us, and as a matter of fact, price went the direction we predicted. So that is 4 out of 2 or 2 out of 4. Now we have which one again? Okay, USD CAD. So on USD CAD, no more explanation on this one. We can see I predicted price to break and retest. Let me show us that real quick. Here we see price first of all breaks this zone. So because of that, like I said before, I knew very well that this area is not going to be any area of, it's not going to be a strong demand zone or a strong support zone. Rather, it's going to be a weak one. Reason being that price has already broken it, and when price broke it to the downside, it still broke it to the upside again. So it was no more valid to me again. If this can happen to a strong trend as this, like we see here, if something like that could happen to a very strong trend like this, then you should know that price is not looking to respect this area anymore, but rather another one. Like you can see here, another weak another rejection area. The rejection area that I'm saying was, take a look at this candlestick right here. You would see a hammer or a doji or something like that is standing right here with a long wick, right? And now what happened? Price came back. When price broke this downward, it came back to do what? To take volume in this area, this zone. It came back to do what? To refill to grab volume in that zone. And what happened again? It came back the second time to still do what? To still grab volume. So 100% I knew that price would never respect this zone again, because number one, he broke it, came back again and broke it to the upside. If it was like when price break this zone to the downside like this, when it broke it to the downside like this, he did something like this and continue to the downside, I would say like nothing would price is not going to continue to the upside. But what happened, it breaks to the upside and went to, you know, to this supply zone, I mean, where people are actually waiting to, you know, to participate. One thing I also want to point out is that trading is all about participation. Okay, when you see you know, something like this kind of an impulsive move, like you can see, an impulsive move is when price moves with momentum, moves so fast, even if it's not one single candle but multiple candles with the same direction. Like you can see here, red all the way down. This is an impulsive move. And when and how, where does impulsive move happen? When there is volume, when there is participants, when there is people interested in that price at that time. Okay, that happens. Take a look at it right here, an impulsive move. Take a look at it here, an impulsive move. Even take a look at this upward movement, an impulsive move as well, because price was doing what? When price is moving, when people are participating in these markets, price would move with speed. So what happened here? He pulls back in speed, and he did what? He retested and continued to his direction with what? With speed. So we see that that was very sweet and, you know, delicious. We actually won 3 out of 4 this week. So a recap on it: USD CAD was a winning trade, predicted to be a bearish trade, a bearish direction last week, and GBP USD predicted to be a bullish trend last week, and it happens. We executed, we won. That is true. GBP JPY was predicted to be 50-50, possibly price to come down to this zone, continue to the upside, but that didn't happen, and I didn't take a trade on this one, so we lost that one. I would say we lost it because it didn't go you know, to the upside. I was predicting it to go to the upside. Okay, so we lost that one. And USD JPY, we didn't really have a prediction on USD JPY. If I should be honest, we didn't have a prediction on this particular one. So that was all for last week. And now, guys, let's go and take a look at this week, say a little bit of what we think is going to occur this week. This week we will start with USD CAD. What is happening on USD CAD? So what is happening on USD CAD is that price has broken all major structures. I won't go all the way backward. I will just stay, I mean, at the current area and the current price that we are having here. So for this reason, I will take off this trend line. The price is still in a downtrend, so I'll take off the trend line. So I would say on USD CAD, I'm going to predict a 50-50 on this one. Why? Because there are major areas here that I would say price would likely, you know, get to and settle there, and maybe make a change of direction. Already we can see that price has already played into that zone. A little bit of it has already played into this zone. So guys, this is a very strong zone. I would say this to be our area of interest. So this is going to be our area of interest. So we'll leave it there and we'll allow that to be the way it is. And so we'll move to GBP USD. So on GBP USD, we would predict price to continue to the upside. The reason why I said that price is going to be in a bullish direction on GBP USD next week is because we still have a major areas that I think price would want to get to before it changes direction. And so one of the area is this particular one that we are having here. So right now price has already so this is the one that we are hoping for price to get to. And so for that reason, what are we actually looking out to see happened? So clearly price is in an uptrend now. So price is in an uptrend, and price will definitely continue to the upside. And so if that's going to happen, we will need to be a lot more patient. Check this off. So this is another area that I would say we should be interested in. Price coming to retest here before it pushes to the upside again. And so for this reason, I'm just going to, alright, so let's say this is going to be another area of interest for us. Price would likely come back here and continue to the upside when it retests this zone right here. So we are all waiting for a break and retest, or a retest before we could go into the market. And another thing I want to do on GBP USD is I want to bring in a Fibonacci in this one. Like most of you guys that know, I'm very big on Fibonacci, because this is the only way I can calculate the movement of price. Okay, and most of the time when my interest zone happens to be in a major area like this one that we are having here, so I would say that price would get to 50% retracement zone before it's actually retraced to the upside, before it continue to the upside. So now if I take off this Fibonacci out, we will see something clear. All right, so we are now having two zones, one here and the first one and the second one. Which one do you think price is going to respect? Let's know that in the comment section. But for me, I would say that price is going to respect the one downward. Why I'm saying that is because this is a key area for me. You see a little bit of is it a hammer or something that happens that push price downward before price actually comes back to break that particular area. So for GBP USD, our prediction is a pullback and continuous and return back to the direction that the previous direction. So I would predict a bullish direction on GBP USD. That is when price has retested this zone first. That is when we can have this thing. But to just quickly put in a position, I would say position should be something like this. We are not risking much, and let's just go a little bit further. So let's just be realistic. Okay, leave it there to let's just leave it there. Okay, so that is our prediction for GBP USD. So now we move into GBP JPY. So GBP JPY has already given us a clue of what it's about to do. Okay, and this is a clue. This is a clue that is giving us price has already retested, so we are waiting for a continuation. Now the reason why I'm saying this is because pull in your Fibonacci in here, measure this impulsive move, you would see that price is in a kill zone already. It has gotten into the 50% retracement zone. It's already on the 61.80% retracement zone. So I will tell you this for free, that price is going to continue in the downward direction. So now where would our entry be? Where is our entry going to be? Where do we want to get into this trade? This is already our area of interest. What I will tell you is that when this market closes, before it opens, something like a spike to the upside would definitely happen. So we would have to put our trade around here. Okay, this is where I want us to put our trade on, and targets down. So guys, we are going to leave this trade for the whole week, and so let's leave stop to that point. All right, reach the reward ratio of 4.73. I mean, it's not too much of a risk, and so this is what we are hoping to see. That is our prediction, and I would say for a fact that price is going to fulfill this for us. So guys, that is going to be for we are going a little bit longer. And secondly, now this make me to see something before I really come to the conclusion of this decision. I would really want to take a look at something else again. Okay, so guys, you see why it's good to pay attention as a trader, as an analyst. It's good to pay attention. Okay, so guys, let's say price so I think we will leave this the trade, the position that we've already put in the way it is, but I want to emphasize on something, and I want to leave this on a 50-50 base, so that we will not say I give an analysis and it didn't happen the way I analyzed, or I give a prediction and it was not the way I predicted. So what is happening here is, if you see that price has traveled this far, and this weak rejection that happens here is something that I'm interested in. And take a look at this particular zone. Price was here before it continued to this upside, and now it's breaking to do what? To come back here and pick some other passengers, to come and take some people that are interested in this market, because price might actually be preparing to continue to move to the upper, might prepare to be bullish for some reason. And so, but from what we are having here, I'm just seeing a break and retest. I won't go so much deep, but I'm just saying that it's might likely not come back again, or it might likely continue to the upside, or it might likely just retest as it has been and continue to the downside like we are seeing. So guys, that is what I want to say on this particular one. So now we take a look at USD JPY really quick. So on USD JPY, I would say that it's quite interesting to see, because I just don't really know. But what I can say for a fact is that for this price to continue to the downside, I will need to do something like this, pull in my Fibonacci and actually measure the possibility where the area should be. So now we are having the 50% retracement zone, which is actually packed with some key so now if I take off the Fibonacci, we would see the area that I'm hoping for price to get to. I'm hoping that price will get to this zone, So if I pull this one, price has already did what? Gets into an to another, I mean, key zone that is, you know, retracing from. But I don't really expect too much of the past. Too much. I'm saying that I'm not saying that I don't respect the past. I'm not expecting too much of the past, because we can take a look at this. This would likely be around last year, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, you can see this was around last year. So this was last year. So the possibility for price to still respect the historical data is high, but not in so much of this particular one. So what I would say is maybe price is taking a break. We want it to refuel itself and to continue to the downside. So from my prediction, I would say price would continue to the downside. So our execution level is not going to be anywhere closer to this zone, but it would rather be a little bit upward, and our stop loss should be down, I mean up a little bit. So now let's say execution should be around here. We target this same area, and then of course we need to, you know, keep our targets and our stops very tight on this one, because we never can tell what is about to happen. Okay, okay, so let's leave it like that. We're just going to, you know, push it up a little bit. Good. No, let's push it up a little bit. Good. So that is how it's going to be. So that is our execution on USD JPY for next week. So I'll take a recap real quick. USD JPY bearish. USD JPY is going to bearish next week. Take note of that. GBP JPY is going to be bearish next week. Take note of that. GBP USD is going to be bullish next week. Take note of this. And then USD CAD is going to, you know, is going to be bearish next week. Take note of this. So let me place a target on this one. So this is the area that I'm hoping to see price getting. So I won't say anything on this one, but let's just say this area of interest and see if price is going to get here, continue to the upside, or it will continue to break. So that is all for this week prediction. We just go ahead and take a look at our news outlets, the major events that will be coming up next week. So without further ado, this is we are in here on our forex factory. So it's quite, I don't know, we are not having much happening on Monday. That would be the 4th of May. Nothing is really happening. JPY is on holiday. Oh my goodness, what am I going to trade? Guys, you guys know that JPY is one of my best pay. So we have bank holiday on JPY, bank holiday on CNY, and then we also have you know, not any event happening on Monday. Now on Tuesday, May 5th, we have bank holiday on JPY still. Oh god, so the bank holiday is going to be two days. Okay, so it's going to be a sad trading week. Oh my goodness. And now we have some cash rates. and monetary policy statements coming up on Australian dollars, on AUD. So for those of you guys that trade AUD, this is going to be exciting for you people. I don't really trade AUD at the moment, so well, Tuesday is not going to be too bad, and we still have some job opening and service PMI coming up on 3 p.m. West African time on the New York session. So well, Tuesday is going to be nice too, and we have some unemployment rates happening at 11:45 p.m. Oh god, I don't know if people I'm not really trading NZD at the moment, but this is going to be a good trading session for those of you guys that trade that. And on Wednesday, May 6th, bank holiday still on JPY. Oh my goodness. So that is to say JPY is going to scroll to next week. Anyways, JPY is going to crawl on the floor. Nothing much is happening on it, and so on Wednesday nothing much is really happening. Then on Thursday nothing much is happening either. It's only on Friday that we have some major news coming up on GBP, on CAD, on USD, and then boom, Euro is having a bank holiday as well. So for those of us that trade Euro, to affect GBP a little bit, it's not going to be too volatile. On CAD is unemployment rate, so this is going to be crazy for us that we are planning on USD CAD. So it's going to be a great trading week. And so right now we can see the market is about to close for the week. So guys, thank you for tuning in, thank you for joining. Another thing I want to bring to our notice is this. I want us to take our time and send in some questions. I want to do question and answering in some later time. So take time and send in some questions, some things that you are struggling with, something you want to know, something you want to get more enlightened on. Okay, send in questions like that on the comment section. It might be on this particular video comment section, or you can send a direct WhatsApp message or email, or send a message on our Telegram community as well. Let's learn together, guys. I'm willing to learn from you and to also share my little ideas with you so that we can grow together. At Speed Factory FX, our team, our community members, our individual growths and our successes in our endeavors in trading is our top priority. We prioritize that more than any other thing. So we give listening here to every detail, to every complaint, to every confusion that we are having as a person. So guys, feel free, just come and belong here. You don't need anything to be qualified. You just need a desire. You just need a participation to belong where great thing is going to happen, not today, but I believe in the future. So let's prepare ourselves, because preparation is the key to success in life, in trading, and in everything. That is why I always take my time to bring to you guys some of the classified information I have and some of the things that I've dig deep within the week to see the behavior that price has been, that the market has placed before me, and I came in here to tell you how this behavior is shaping our market. Now guys, let's take a look at these past months that I've been working with you guys hand in hand, how successful, how profitable we have been. I don't know if you've been taking your own trades, but if you are trading only my signals for the past 1 month, you will never be a losing trader. You would be among that 5% who are actually winning in the forex market. So guys, join our community. Feel free. If you need a one-on-one mentorship, also is available, so you can talk to me about that one on my DM. Thank you for tuning in today. I remain your admin. Michael is my name. See you next week. Bye.